Do you ever feel like you're giving so much that you feel like you're burning yourself out to keep others warm? In kindness and generosity, we often encounter situations where our kindness is taken as weakness. However, did you know that Stoic philosophy can be a powerful guide to lead us through this complex dynamic? Stoicism, an ancient approach to life, teaches the wisdom of giving without overly sacrificing oneself. In this guide, we will explore 7 situations that result from excessive kindness and how we can set boundaries based on Stoic teachings. Let's discover together how Stoics can guide us towards a more meaningful and balanced life. Don't miss out on this exciting conversation, because at every point lies wisdom that can change the way we see and live our lives. Let's start this journey together. 1. Not over-sacrificing ourselves. In our kindness and generosity, we often get lost in self-sacrifice without realizing the possible repercussions. Stoicism teaches the importance of thinking clearly and living according to virtue. However, over time, excessive kindness can produce a paradox. We may be labeled as weak and vulnerable. We need to maintain a balance between giving and maintaining personal integrity. Let's face the reality that helping someone should be in line with our own wisdom. The Stoics taught that setting boundaries is not a sign of selfishness, but a form of protecting one's integrity. So, let's build a balance in generosity, so that our kindness creates balance, not imbalance in life. 2. Known as a fragile person. Being a helpful person sometimes makes us look weak in the eyes of others. But why should we sacrifice ourselves for the sake of others? Every yes we say indefinitely is a step towards self-destruction. Stoics teach that saying no is not a sign of selfishness, but rather a wise form of self-protection. When we place boundaries, we build a strong self-view and earn respect from others. In a world that sometimes takes advantage of kindness, the power of saying no is a valuable lesson. Don't let yourself be perceived as fragile. Dare to take control of your life and build true respect. 3. Reciprocity has a time limit. In reality, infinite kindness often has a time limit. While selfless giving is a noble act, Stoics teach that the expectation of reciprocity also has an expiration date. Sometimes we get caught up in the expectation that others will be equally generous. However, Stoics remind us that we cannot control the actions of others, only our own actions and reactions. Expecting too much from reciprocity can be disappointing. It is a challenge to live kindness with understanding, without depending on the happiness of others' responses. In applying kindness, Stoicism teaches us to let go of expectations and find fulfillment in giving, even without the guarantee of recognition or reciprocity. This is the true art of kindness, flowing calmly amidst the complexities of human relationships. 4. Relationships built on interests. In the reality of life, true relationships are built on understanding and respect, not mere interest. As Stoicism teaches, kindness should not be an investment of self-interest. Sometimes, however, our expectations of loyalty often lead to disappointing experiences. Self-introduction to others is often caught in a web of interests, creating a fragile foundation. Considering human nature, Stoicism teaches us to establish genuine relationships, where the depth of the relationship is not affected by situational fluctuations. Maintaining integrity in relationships results in inner peace, in accordance with Stoic teachings that encourage wisdom and balance in society. 5. Requests have no limit. When our generosity has no boundaries, we often find ourselves endlessly exhausted. Giving endlessly makes us feel like a never-ending source of energy, and without realizing it, we become overburdened. In reality, unlimited kindness often leads to abuse and imbalance. While constantly fulfilling unlimited demands, we forget that we also need to take care of ourselves. Establishing boundaries in our generosity is key to avoiding burnout and maintaining balance in relationships, leading to true happiness. 6. Your priorities are put aside. Striking a balance between kindness to others and maintaining your own priorities is a real challenge in life. Too often we tend to forget ourselves, give priority to others, and get caught up in a spiral of excessive kindness. However, in our journey to find meaning in life, we must remember that we too deserve attention. Stoics teach that to have a meaningful life, we need to understand that taking care of ourselves is not selfish, but an essential step to building the foundation of happiness. Setting boundaries, saying no, and prioritizing yourself are concrete actions towards a healthy balance. 7. Fragile self-perception. Being in the sphere of kindness often has an unexpected impact on our perception. Stoics teach that when we become too generous, we can appear vulnerable and be subject to abuse. It's like opening ourselves up to an infinite world, making others see us as an endless source ready for the taking. However, when we dare to say no, we change the way people view us. We are no longer an infinite source that can be taken advantage of, but rather a self-respecting individual. This is a powerful Stoic reality. By setting boundaries, we build a strong sense of self-worth and earn the respect we deserve. Let's discuss together 4 highly effective strategies to avoid being taken advantage of by others. 1. Consider yourself a priority. In the midst of kindness and generosity, don't forget about yourself. See yourself as an irreplaceable priority. In learning from Stoics, they teach that self-care is as important a step as giving to others. While unlimited giving can be exhausting, giving yourself space to reflect, self-care, and set boundaries is a form of wisdom. Similarly, Stoicism teaches that we are not only responsible to others, but also to ourselves. By making yourself a priority, you form a strong foundation for authentic and sustainable giving. Value and nurture yourself as you give back to the world. 2. Remove the fear of saying no. Dare to refuse firmly without fear. Getting rid of the fear of saying no is a step towards self-freedom. In a Stoic world, saying no firmly is a form of self-discipline that builds character and maintains life balance. Imagine yourself as a boundary keeper who respects personal needs and interests. This is an important step in building empowering internal strength. So, when it comes time to say no, do so with conviction, for it is the manifestation of courage that forms the foundation of a meaningful life. Dare to say no to give place to your own good. 3. Pay attention to your feelings. In living life, it is important to reflect on our feelings. Like a Stoic, we are taught to pay attention to emotions and internalize their impact. When giving a favor or kindness, reflect on whether it brings happiness or drains energy. Does our heart feel light or burdened? Stoicism teaches that by understanding our feelings, we can find balance in kindness. Don't let generosity come at the expense of personal happiness. By monitoring our feelings, we can form wisdom in giving, create genuine happiness, and maintain emotional balance for a more meaningful life. 4. Identify people who are always asking. Have you ever felt constantly chased by endless requests from others? Identify the people who always bring a list of needs without making a comparable contribution. They are takers, the endless energy suckers. In a life filled with tasks and responsibilities, maintain Stoic wisdom by recognizing individuals who tend to take more than they give. Avoid unbalanced relationships, where you are the center of service without being appropriately rewarded. Stoics teach to build relationships based on mutual appreciation and contribution. So, identify the takers and choose the balance that makes your life more meaningful. To conclude, let's explore kindness wisely together, following in the footsteps of Stoic philosophy. Don't let yourself get so immersed in giving that you burn yourself out. The Stoics taught the importance of self-limitation in kindness and generosity. Maintain balance, dare to say no, and keep yourself prioritized. When you give, be mindful of your feelings and avoid unbalanced relationships. Identify takers and choose genuine happiness. Now, share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. How do you keep the balance between kindness and yourself? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so that more people can experience the benefits of Stoic philosophy. Thank you for your support, and see you in the next content.